G'day you good motherfuckers, the Buttsman here, and my final few shows of this year's tour are coming up. I'm in Sydney for another show. I've already been to Sydney this year, but we needed to do another show. There was too much demand. The people needed me. I'm also doing Wollongong. That's almost sold out. And 2 massive shows at the Astor Theatre in Perth. They're going to be absolutely amazing. Anyway, on with the video. Here's a new phrase for you. Minor attracted people, MAPS, or MAP, or minor attracted person, whatever you want to call it. What is that, you may ask? Well, interestingly enough, it's a new sexuality. Ooh. And there's even some people out there who are trying to normalize it. Now, there's a lot of people who try to normalize sexualities, and usually it's a pretty fine thing. It's normal, right? This one, not so much. This one comes from a medical professional, a licensed sex therapist. Are they medical professionals? I think they're on the same level as chiropractors. And counsellor sparked backlash on social media after posting a video where she appeared to defend minor attracted persons. What do they mean by minor attracted persons? They are probably the most vilified population of folk in our culture. Miranda Ballbreath says in her video posted on YouTube titled, "Let's Talk About Minor Attracted Persons." Listen, lady, they're pedos. They're pedophiles. They're grubs. The scum of the earth. The worst of the worst. Worse than rapists, worse than murderers. Pedos. That's what they are, not MAPs. Don't try and fucking... It sounds like you have sent off the word pedo to a marketing agency and they've come back with, "Oh, you know what? If you call it minor attracted persons, people won't want to throw rocks at them in the streets." Anyway, let's delve into this fucking idiot's video. She's also, according to her LinkedIn page, she works as a licensed professional counselor at the Pennsylvania Department of Corrections. Oh, so she's around pedos all day. Oh, that's so nice of you to look after them with a really nice name.
Folks, my name is Miranda. I use she, her pronouns.
Okay, and usually that's where you should stop listening.
And I'm a licensed professional counselor and sex therapist in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Now, with anyone with a degree, let's all remember this. Just because you have a degree, just because you've paid money to go to university or college, doesn't mean that everything you say is gospel. Oftentimes, things that you say, unless it's mathematics and it has to be, A plus B equals C, everything you say must be taken with a grain of salt because, yes, of course, you're an expert, but also it's your opinion, mate. And in fact, in this case, your opinion may very well be the most retarded thing of all time.
And today I want to talk about minor attracted persons. And I want to talk about minor attracted persons because they are probably the most vilified population of folks in our culture.
Oi, fuckface. They deserve to be the most vilified population on the entire earth because they prey on kids, man, children. And that's why they're vilified. That's why they're shamed. That's why they're sent away to fucking camps because these can't be fucking trusted around children.
Most folks are making incorrect assumptions about them without actually knowing much about them.
Okay, I assume I don't need to know that much about you if you fuck kids. Just putting that out there.
And those assumptions create harm for an already marginalized population.
Good. Eye for an eye, motherfucker. I am a massive proponent of people who commit this shit being locked up for life. If you do this shit, you should be locked up. You should be chemically castrated, put these to death. If that seems a little bit outrageous to you, me saying put these people to death, then think about it this way. If you're a young child, you're 6 years old, and an adult takes advantage of you, and let's cut out all the fucking, takes advantage of and all those nice little words. If an adult fucks you as a child, because that's horrible to say straight off the bat. If they do that, and that ruins your life, your childhood, everything, suffers, and the chances of you actually doing that to kids as you grow older increases. If they do that, they choose to do it, they should be put to death. That's my thoughts. They are unredeemable. They're gone. They're dead to society. Get rid of the dogs.
You may have noticed that I'm using the term minor attracted persons, sometimes abbreviated to MAPS, instead of the more commonly used term pedophile.
Why is pedophile in quotes? It is the commonly used term. Why is it in quotes? So the idea of minor attracted persons or MAPs has been sort of sneaking up in the real far realms of the gender and the sexuality, conversation. In some circles, it's being seen as a recognized sexual preference, which I think is so outrageous, and it should upset so many people that the fact that this is on YouTube, the fact that this person still has a job, is the most hilarious thing I've heard all day. This conversation we're having right now, people claimed that this type of shit would go on in the coming years, and everyone said that would never happen. That would never happen. It's fucking happening. I said it would never happen. I said that's ridiculous. That would never happen. It's happening. Also, it's not lost on me that some people who might be a MAPS person, or a minor attracted person, hasn't committed any offences. Like, hasn't done anything illegal. They're just attracted to children. Now, I would like to point out that I definitely don't trust them in society, even though they haven't done anything wrong yet. So is that some fucking 1984 wrong think, thought crime? Yeah, I understand why people would be like, hey, you can't fucking prosecute someone for thinking about those type of things, but also maybe we should just fucking, I don't know, lop their cocks off, lop them off. Also, not just dudes, it's also women as well. I've recently been watching Mr. Mercedes, which is a great show on Netflix. You should check it out. Never seen it before. And the mum jerks the son off. Yeah. Nice.
And I'm doing this because the term pedophile has moved from being a diagnostic label to being a judgmental, hurtful insult that we hurl at people in order to harm them or slander them.
So fucking what? You and your smooth heads have made zero good points at this moment.
I also prefer person-first language that recognizes that any label we might apply to a person is only part of who they are and doesn't represent everything that they are.
Oh, I get it. So we should look at someone who does this type of shit like this. Oh, person X, Fred. Fred loves walking his dog. Fred loves watching the cricket. Fred loves tending to his lawn. Fucking kids. Fred loves going out for dinner. Fred loves the movies. He fingers toddlers. Fred thoroughly enjoys. How about you suck me off, lady? This is ridiculous. Also, Fred's a proud Catholic priest, obviously.
We are all people first with many different facets or parts of ourselves. And this includes folks who are attracted to minors.
Oh my God, how are you actually saying this seriously? This isn't satire, this is real. You consider yourself a medical professional and this is the diarrhea coming out of your mouth? Fuck off, lady. I've heard some weird shit. Particularly with the internet, I hear some weird shit when I'm looking at videos and coming up with ideas, but this is up there. I can only assume because she's an intellectual and she hangs out in the intellectual fields that there are people out there who are intelligent humans that agree with her. It just goes to show, stay out of colleges and universities because those places will fuck you up. Also, Andrew Tate gets banned from social media. I bet this bitch has still got one. Who's more harmful? Andrew Tate who says, oh, let's slap a bitch? Or Old Love here who's like, oh, let's let the pedos run free?
This term simply means that the person has an enduring sexual or romantic attraction to minors. They've not chosen this attraction, just as the rest of us have not chosen whatever our attraction is. You don't get to choose to be heterosexual or to be gay or whatever you are.
I think being straight or gay or bi is different to fucking kids. That's my personal opinion. But also, I get where she's coming from. Some of these people aren't pedophiles, they're pederists, I think the term is, where they haven't done anything wrong, they haven't broken the law, but still, how do you trust these people in society? That's the question.
And you don't get to choose to be a minor attracted person. Some minor attracted persons are attracted to a specific age range of minors, while some are not. And some minor attracted persons are exclusively attracted to minors.
Can we change this whole conversation and actually, if you're not going to call them pedophiles, don't say minors, say kids. Say children, say babies. Okay, this is the end of that video. I'm done listening from this fucking lady. It is or they, them, whatever she fucking is, bald eagle. I'm done. Done. This is what these educational facilities are doing to people. And this far left ideology that everyone must be accepted. We need to be polite and lovely to everyone. Some people are fucked from the beginning, so fuck them off. What's more is these proponents of these words, like maps, or these phrases like maps rather, they want to include pedophiles in the LGBTQIA plus community, which is so unfair to people who are gay, lesbian, trans and the rest. I remember when I first started my podcast, The Butterfield Effect, which then turned into Cancel Me Now. I interviewed Bettina Arden, and we had this conversation about pedophiles and whether or not we could trust them after they've been locked up and whether they could be reformed. And her argument was very interesting.
Because we have a society where we believe in redemption. We believe people should have a second go. We believe in punishment and then giving them an opportunity to live a normal life after that. Otherwise, why would we ever let them out of prison if we never believe they'll move on?
But my thought process was the exact same as it was then as it is now. Once those people have committed something like that, whether it be a pedophile or a rapist or something, you cannot ever forgive them for those crimes. Like, would you trust, I asked her in the podcast, would you trust a former pedophile, one who committed a crime, say 20 years ago, and they've reformed and they're different people, would you trust them to look after your kids, maybe pick them up from school and look after them until you get home from work? No fucking way. And if you do, you're a terrible parent and a bad person. Maybe that's unfair, but fuck them to the moon. They're fucking broken humans, absolutely done. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section, and come and see me live in Sydney coming up very, very shortly. And don't forget Perth, those shows are almost sold out. There'll be 1,000 people both nights. It'll be absolutely sick. And Wollongong and the Sunshine Coast and Toowoomba, and then that's it. I'm done. I'm gone. It's over. Ladies and gentlemen, be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. Get the t-shirt. Bit extinct, still over. Bye-bye.